First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today, we're going to go into the book of Psalms, the 59th chapter. To the chief musician, Atalskith, Michtam of David, when Saul sent and they watched the house to kill him. Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity, and save me from bloody men. Right, because they were after him, trying to, as it says, to kill him. And so David prayed unto the Lord. That's why it says prayer for deliverance from enemies. Okay, and likewise, we can pray this prayer, in our time for the Lord to deliver us from our enemies. As we know in this time, we also have enemies, right? The wicked of our people, Esau, Edom, they're all enemies, right? Set up really to come against this word and to try and harm, the men of the Lord. It may not seem like it much now, but you'll see in the times to come. Verse 3, for lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sin, O Lord. See? So here David is saying, like, they're not coming against me because I'm some sinner or I'm some evildoer. They're coming against me, because they want to harm me, because they're malicious. See, verse 4, they run and prepare themselves without my fault. See, without me doing anything wrong. Now, once again, in David's case, he was innocent, but Saul still wanted his life because of that envy. You see, so as he says, they run and prepare themselves without my fault, without me having done anything wrong. Awake to help me, and behold. See, so he's calling for the Lord's help, right? Awake, help me because I'm innocent in this. Thou therefore, O Yahweh, God of hosts, the God of Israel, awake to visit all the heathen. Be not merciful to any wicked transgressors, Selah. See, so now, he takes it up a level, right? Not just those immediately that sought his life, but from the perspective of all of our enemies, right? Visit all the heathen, and the Lord is going to do so. Did he not mention judge the heathen? Psalms 110 and 6, and also Joel 3 and 12, right? Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, and that's going to happen. That's a prophecy that is building up to right now, right? The world is building up to that point right now. But as it says, visit all the heathen, be not merciful to any wicked transgressors. They return at evening, they make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. See, remember, these are the, in David's context, these are the ones that were sent to watch and to kill him. Okay, so as it says, they return at evening, like dogs, okay, lurking around, making them sounds, basically looking and waiting. Behold, they belch out with their mouth, swords are in their lips. For who, say they, doth hear? Okay, let's read that in the NLT. Listen to the filth that comes out of their mouths. Their words cut like swords. After all, who can hear us? They sneer. And that's the same thing here, right, with Esau and his wicked counsels. His closed door meetings, they speak perverseness, and then they say, right, who can hear us? But thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them. Thou shalt have all the heathen in derision. See? So all their counsels, all their mischief is all going to come to naught. And the Lord is laughing at them because he's the one in control of all the plans. He's the scriptures tell you, right? What's that? Many devices. Proverbs 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. So he's going to laugh at them because, none of their devices or plans is going to stand save the Lord's counsel. Because of his strength, I will wait upon thee, for God is my defense, right? So he's saying, Lord, I can't, fight against these enemies, right? I need your help. So I'm going to wait upon you, right? And that's the spirit we're in. We're going to wait upon the Lord for him to be our defense, for him to stand up and fight for us. The God of my mercy shall prevent me, right? Prevent here means to go ahead of, okay? Not like to, like stop me. God shall let me see my desire upon mine enemies. So what's your desire of your enemies? To see their downfall. Slay them not, lest my people forget. Okay, and scatter them by thy power, and bring them down, O Lord, our shield. So he's saying here, rather than just slaying them, because in due time people are going to forget about it, bring them down instead, subject them. And it'll be a constant reminder, people seeing them, scattered and broken, of your power, Lord, right, as you being our shield. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak. Consume them in wrath, consume them that they may not be. And in the wrath of the Lord, he is going to consume them. He is going to consume these heathen nations. Now, he's not going to destroy every single one, but he's going to bring a great judgment, and the world is going to fear it like they did during the time of ancient Egypt. Well, guess what? We're in Egypt 2.0. And let them know that God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. See, the heathen knew this, back then, right, thousands of years ago. But over time, they forgot this. It's literally like how, the Lord brought the flood, and then, people didn't really hear much about the Lord. Now he revealed himself to, certain people, right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, but the world as a whole, didn't really know the Lord as the God of Israel. They knew of a terrible power that flooded the world, though. And then, based on what he did to Egypt, that recognition and the renewal of his praise went in all the earth again. And then guess what? Over time, same thing kind of happened, right? The world is now forgotten about the Lord. But just like the world had forgotten about him before what he did in Egypt and brought those plagues, and now the name of the Lord was feared and renowned throughout the world, same thing is going to happen now. And he's going to renew his fame and his praise in the world by what he's going to do on this Egypt. Okay, so it says here, that let them know that God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth, Selah. And at evening, let them return, and let them make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. Let them wander up and down for meat, and grudge if it be not satisfied. Let's read this in the this we can read in the NKJV. It says, and at evening they returned, they growl like a dog, and go all around the city. They wander up and down for food, and howl if they are not satisfied. But I will sing of thy power, yea, I will sing aloud of thy mercy in the morning. For thou hast been my defense and refuge in the day of my trouble. See, because the fact, you're basically saying, like, the fact that I make it to morning, I'm going to sing and praise you, because it is by your providence, right, by your power or security, okay, as you've been to me in the day of my trouble. Unto thee, O my strength, will I sing. Now you notice, the Lord is often referred to as our strength, because if the Lord is upset at us, or he separates himself from us, we are nothing. So our strength is not of us, it's of the Lord. That's why he is likened unto our strength. Not even just likened unto, he is our strength. So, O my strength will I sing, for God is my defense and the God of my mercy. See? So he is the God of, like he was, or like he is the God of David's mercy, he's the God of our mercy as well. Though willing would be of the house of David. And that brings us to the end of the book of Psalms, the 59th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.